And we're back. We're doing some more. We're doing even more Tuki today, and I still have this list of a bunch of fast food restaurants that I want to go down because, like I said in the previous video, I realized that some of the most fun that I have when I'm doing these recordings is when I'm just screwing around, going to free expeditions, and talking about random junk. So here's some random junk to stimulate it. When we left off, we were on Long John Silver's, which, you know, Long John Silver's is mid. It's like, it's always sketchy to trust fish of any variety in fast food places, but Long John Silver's, because it specializes in fish, like, you would assume that it's at least decent quality. Because part of the problem with that kind of stuff is like the supplier. Like, if the place has a bad supplier, then that fish could potentially be really spoiled and bad and quite dangerous. I'd prefer not to get salmonella from eating at a Long John Silver's. Ending up in the hospital for a week because I ate a bad fish sandwich does not sound pleasant. But I mean, it seems fine. I think I've been once. I might be thinking of Captain D's, and Captain D's I had a horrible experience with. Like I said, that's probably like a 4 or a 5. This is probably like a 6. Next on the list is Marco's Pizza. Marco's is it fills that same sort of void in my heart as Little Caesars and CC's, where it's like crap pizza that's super cheap that people buy for like official things, like gatherings or events, or like school events in particular. I remember in middle school and high school, there would pretty consistently be either CC's or Chick-fil-A. And even the Chick-fil-A wasn't great because it was like lukewarm regular chicken sandwiches with like pickles and that's it. But there were also like 200 of them, so I don't blame them for not going for toppings. Ah, yes. Next up is Mickey D's. Good old McDonald's. Or is it good? It's definitely old. McDonald's is, my brother has had bad experiences with it, but I've always found it to be kind of middle of the road. I'd give it like, I'd also say it's like a 6. Nothing special, even though it is omnipresent in any big city or any small city. McDonald's is just everywhere. Urban areas, rural areas. You will always find McDonald's, and it will always be basically fine. I give them credit for how much variation they have in their menu for a fast food place. Like they got beef, they got chicken, they got fish, they got the McRib. Like if you go there, you're bound to find something that you at least kind of like, but again, it's like it's travel food. Like I wouldn't normally go out of my way for a McDonald's. Even if it was getting like rave reviews, it's still a McDonald's, so like, nah, probably not. Next up is Olive Garden. Olive Garden, if you've never been to one, it's mid. It's like, it's a very, very Americanized Italian food. It has that same sort of vibe as almost like a Mexican restaurant, like a Tex-Mex restaurant, where you walk in and you're immediately given breadsticks. You're just immediately given some weed to chomp on. And then, you know, you walk in, you get the bottomless salad, because why else would you be going to an Olive Garden? You get some overpriced pasta and then you leave. I'd say it's like a 6 or a 7, frankly. I'll have to note these down when I'm done recording this, because like I am just like tossing numbers around. After Olive Garden, there was Papa John's. Papa John's is, it's mediocre, but it is better than Domino's. It's probably like a 5 for me. I think Domino's I think I might have rated higher, but I'd like to retroactively also give it like a 5. I've fallen off on pizza hard. Peter Piper Pizza, I've never heard of. Pita Pit, never heard of. The Pizza Company. Pizza Hut, also like a 5. Pizza Inn. Polo Campello, never heard of it. Polo Tropical, never heard of it. Popeyes. Popeyes is... I've noticed something weird when it comes to both Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. There's a sort of tribalism associated with them. Like, if you like Chick-fil-A, you really like Chick-fil-A. If you like Popeyes, you really like Popeyes. If you like one, you probably don't like the other. And it's mainly just because you were raised on it. Like, I personally had a ton of Chick-fil-A basically between elementary school and high school, and I still have Chick-fil-A from time to time now. I used to work at a Chick-fil-A for a year and a half, and I have plenty of stories associated with that as well. Like, as actual food, Chick-fil-A is, like, pretty good. And I'd say the same for Popeyes. Let's see. After Popeyes, Quiznos. Quiznos is bad. Quiznos is like, I'd give it like a 5. I've only ever seen it at airports, and you know it's dour when the better option is to go to Subway. Like that's not a good look. Hang on, let's do this again, but let's try Railroad Crossing. But I'm gonna be ready to leave immediately if they still move. I think we're good. Where's... Oh, the Yume is... Oh, I see the issue. You can't actually reach it without aggroing them. Let's see. No, it's... I'm not gonna chance it. Because I do still kind of want to go to Moss World. But yeah, Quiznos is extraordinarily mid. I'd probably give it like a 5, maybe even a 4. It's not good. Sparrow is also like a 4 or a 5. A similar story where it's just like, it's crap packaged sandwiches. And if you are in the mood for a packaged sandwich, then Sbarro ain't bad, but I don't know. Never really been one for it. Oh, I didn't even go the right way. Hang on. After Sparrow is Shake Shack. I've been to a Shake Shack exactly once in my life, and I remember it being kind of good. It was like... It's one of those places where it's like, oh, you get a burger and fries, but you also get a shake. And I mean, it is kind of in the name. But the shakes aren't bad, the burger and fries aren't bad, and also we were so young when we went initially that my brother and I ended up getting, like, little, like, Shake Shack paper hats that were really cute. So I remember having a decent experience with it. Smoothie King, there's a Smoothie King, like, probably 5 minutes from my house, and I have literally never gone to one. I'm sure it's fine. It's smoothies. Sweet Frog, I've never heard of. I assume that's like... maybe like a pastry? Like sweet pastries? Oh, there's an exclamation zone again. Taco Bell. Oh. Like I said with Chipotle, Taco Bell, I think Taco Bell gets kind of a bad rap. And even as someone who's usually a huge purist when it comes to that kind of stuff, like I really like Tex-Mex, and I'm very picky with the Tex-Mex that I eat because some Tex-Mex is just straight bad. But like, it's not terrible. I would definitely eat it on a car trip. Just, if the stories are true with Taco Bell. I would eat it on a car trip, but not a super long car trip because, stories are true. It goes through you quickly. Anyway, TCBY I've never heard of. Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons I've heard is like not great, but I've never been to one. That's more of like a. Oh, hello. Where even? Oh, I'm up here. I see. Yeah, and here's the twitching child. The fact that I had literally no response to the twitching child. This game really is something special. Wendy's I'd probably give like a 7. I love Wendy's. It's actually quite good. Not really much to say. There's this burger that Wendy's has called the Baconator that's just this really over the top. It's a very, very American, super over the top, big bacon cheeseburger. I used to get that all the time. I get it a little bit less now, but that's not to say that I don't enjoy it still. It's just there's not really. There's a Wendy's near my apartment, but it's like on the opposite end of a long, really busy street, so I'm better off walking there. And if I want to walk there, it's like probably a 25-minute long walk. So I gotta commit to it. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go eventually. Wetzel's Pretzels. I've never been to in my life. I have never heard of it. Right, this place. Where's Art Exposition from here? I don't even remember. Okay. Out that end. Oh boy. I need to somehow find my way through here. Honestly, not that bad. Okay, let's see. Animated Hub is right here. Yeah, there's the entrance. Over, up. Okay, there we go. But yeah, Wetzel's Pretzels I've never had. Whataburger I've also never had, but I've always heard No, wait. I think I have had Whataburger before. It was a long time ago, though. Okay, so it is 2 from the end. So I just gotta go all the way over to the side and then over by 2. I remember Whataburger being basically okay. It's a West Coast burger chain. There's nothing really to speak on. Wiener Schnitzel, never had. Wingstop is bad. Wing Street is bad. Okay. And then let me polish this off by finding the list of restaurants, of fast food restaurants that are in the US specifically. It shouldn't take too long. Oh. Now hold on. Okay, so this is just a direct path. Am I looking at the wrong space? Hang on. Yeah, this is a one-way. Well, just the fact that this is a one-way tells me that this is probably not the right way. Okay, this leads me up. Okay, I'm lost. What's another way to get over there? Top left. Let's try top left. And let's continue looking at these. Again, I haven't heard of half of these. 85 degrees centigrade, Bakery Cafe, A&W, Amato's, Andy's Frozen Custard. Applebee's is really bad. Like, very consistently, Applebee's is terrible. Arby's is mediocre, Auntie Anne's, Barbaritos is okay. Never been to a Benihana's, never been to a Bennigan's. I'm running out of restaurants here. I'm also running out of patience, I'll be real. Hang on. Can you only get here through art exposition? Ah, that's annoying. Surely there must be some connection. No, it's just a straight path. That's obnoxious. Okay, how am I doing for time? 18 minutes. Let's say we go... I'm actually not sure where to go next. Oh, right, it's the one in the end. I say let's go to Lavender Waters, just for the hell of it. But yeah, I'm out of stamina for the fast food. Maybe that was a bad idea, maybe that was a good idea. I'm not sure. That was fun. But like, I need to force myself to actually like make random conversation, because if I'm just sitting here in almost dead silence being like, well, I'm not really feeling up to it today, and I do that every single time, it's, you know, it's not really much of a reason to watch, right? And I need to save my voice at least a little bit, because I also want to do Final Fantasy today. And I suppose time is relative, since I'm pretty sure these videos are going to be backlogged. But I mean, I've been chilling. I hope y'all are doing well. My semester is winding down to a close, and there's a couple of huge assignments that I have to get done, but once those assignments are done, I am free to do basically whatever. Because two of my classes I don't think even have finals. I think it's just final projects for them. And the last one does have a final, but it's it's cloud computing, so I'm not terribly worried about it. As long as I reread the, like, modular material ahead of time, I should be completely fine. But I'm working on that RPG. Oh my god, right? YNO.news. I need to show off YNO.news once we're once I'm done with the session for today, because YNO.news is hilarious. I don't know who made this, but it's really funny. And if the person who made this is listening to this, you did good. It made me laugh a lot. I remember seeing people reference it constantly and be like, "Oh, what's this site?" And it is just one gigantic shitpost about specifically Yumaniki Online, which, I mean, it's Yumaniki Online. I think I am the only person that I have ever met in person that actually gets these jokes. Also, it looks like whatever bug was happening with Nocturnal Grove before is fixed. That's awesome. And I mean, I become numb to it, but this set of worlds that QXY made might genuinely be some of the prettiest worlds I've ever seen in the game. It's close. It is absolutely gorgeous. And it's also like, this game is free. Like, QXY doesn't make a cent off of it. And yet, they've added so many gorgeous locations and put so much time into it. And people can just download it and play it for free. So the magic of the internet. You can just be privy to all this wonderful art and wonderful music that so many people have done. And sometimes you have to pay, because obviously how are artists going to make money otherwise? But sometimes the artists are gracious and just release it out into the world. And all I can really do in return is just be thankful for it and appreciate it for how beautiful these worlds are. This world, like, this world is amazing. I love Viridescent Temple is also really good. Man, I'm tired. I'm tired, and it's like almost 11 a.m. I shouldn't be this tired. My sleep schedule's been all out of whack, but thankfully, it's reached the point of the semester where I don't really have to show up for a lot of my classes. I do every once in a while for some assignments that are specifically designed to be done in class and with the supervision of the instructor. But for a lot of the classes, I can kind of just not show up. And as long as I do the stuff that has been posted online, I'm not gonna say I miss nothing because it's always nice to have these classes in person. Eh, looks like someone finally got Cyan Primary Estate. Let me see if I remember this. It's like here? Yeah, there we are. I'm surprised I remember that. It's been a while since I've been to Lavender Waters. But I mean, it's funny that this episode turned into being even more introspective than the episode about YNO's birthday. But I guess that's how it worked out, and I was way more introspective last year. But like from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all. Thank you all for like sitting down and watching these. Because I don't make any money on this. I have no real incentive to make videos besides the fact that I like making videos. And maybe that will change one day. Oop, this is the wrong way. Maybe someday that will change and I'll actually start getting ad revenue. It's gonna take a bit though. This channel is growing at a very slow pace, and I'm not complaining. Like the channel's growing slowly, but it's fostering a community of people that I actually want to interact with. It's like as long as we avoid the parasocial side of this statement, we're all friends here. I'm happy to drop to not have that veil of sort of like creator watcher. I'm fine with leaving the creator watcher veil out of the equation for now. Now maybe that'll change if this channel eventually grows to the point where all manner of things. You've seen the stories. Like maybe one day I have a bad interaction with a fan, or something happens that makes me fear for my safety, or something like that, and I make the decision to distance myself from the people who watch these videos. But for the time being, I trust y'all. I trust y'all to not do stupid stuff. But yeah, this worked out almost perfectly because it's almost exactly 30 minutes. So I can just sit here and go back to sleep. And that will be the end of this episode. The end of this 2-episode saga. But this was fun. I'll definitely have to do more stuff like this in the future because this was great. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Thanks so much for watching, y'all.